Something, something, something radio. Hey, Cedrica, how you doing this morning?
I'm swell.
That's good. So, while I have the opportunity here to actually ask you questions, because you always on the run, you're pretty busy nowadays. I'm just super intrigued by, your ability to just get up and go. Like, I just want to know what was running through your head on. You guys say you left on September the 4th, so I guess leading up to that, like September 3rd, September 2nd, like what was going through your head and what was happening? Nah, she's a little overwhelmed right now. I would be too, honestly. Because I just can't imagine.
Sophie, I don't feel like this.
Yeah, so, maybe we can ask Shantice. Maybe she knows. You guys were there together, so.
Ask her.
Yeah, maybe. So, Shantice, well, you tell me then. I was going to Cedrica first. She's lost for words, and so maybe you can help her out and rebound and let me know, what was going through your head. For me, it was like, I don't know. It was a sense of this gotta happen, and so many things were happening around us that would argue that and say that no, this is not going to happen. You guys are going to stay here. You're not going on a 50-state tour, and I just had to. I don't know. It was mind over matter for me because I didn't have a choice at that point. I had already made all of these, big decisions that affected my life already, so I had no choice but to move forward. And it's crazy because I think that I was forced to put myself in a position like that in order for me to move forward. I don't think I ever would have done anything else if I hadn't pushed myself to do it. It was kind of a situation where it was do or die,
What she said.
Oh, Cedrica's back to life now. Cedrica's back to life. Okay, thank you for that. All right, so I guess my next question would be if someone wanted to follow in your footsteps, what kind of advice would you give them? Advice. That's a good one. I'm honestly say that I wouldn't be able to answer that question, and I would want them to experience it for themselves. Because I believe everybody's experience is different, I don't even know if they would experience life in the way that we did. And I don't know if it's different if it was one person versus two people, like I always had somebody to lean on, that was important for me to have that, always. And I'm sure Cedrica felt the same way. She's still out of it, so we don't really know how she's feeling right now. Laugh more, yeah.
Yeah, so to do what you love. Amongst all things, do what you love. Don't do what your mom wants you to do. Don't do what your husband wants you to do. Do what brings you joy. Do what wakes you up in the morning that you feel like, when I wake up, I can always do this for the rest of my life, and I'm going to always be passionate about it.
Now, Cedrica, I would say to that most people don't know what they love. They don't know what wakes them up in the morning because they're going to this deadbeat job, this place that they hate, honestly. And so it's consuming their mind. Their mind is probably filled with hate based on these emotions that's happening almost 8 hours out of every day. And so, how did you know what you loved?
I just feel like that message was a question to ask anyone. Like, if I'm at this job and I'm hearing this right now and I really hate my job, like, it's going to give me a time to, like, start thinking about things that I love, things that bring me joy.
Or I might just be thinking about all these bills I got to pay, knowing that I ain't got no choice but to have this job. Because I feel like that's where a lot of people are at.
True. But, you can either continue to live in fear, or you can step out there on a leap of faith and trust that everything that you need will come, because I'm a walking testimony. Like, I didn't believe that I would be where I am today. I honestly would have thought we would have been back home applying for jobs, but that's not even the case. 8 months in, I'm surviving.
Okay, Shantice, what do you think? I get it. I was there, so, like, I totally get it. I lived that life, and I think I have to be, cognitive of the fact that if I didn't have any responsibilities, any kids, anything like that. And so there are people who may feel this way and who have responsibilities, and I don't know what I would tell them, because you're not thinking for yourself. And I was only having to think for myself in terms of like survival, that when I made this decision, that's all I thought about. Like, I can survive, I'm fine. And so people with kids, they're not gonna be able to make that type of decision for 3 and 4 people. And so I guess the smartest thing would do is just you got to build yourself up, because what's going to happen is you're going to build yourself up so much that you will start making these decisions without even thinking. Decisions that can greatly impact your future and that your passion is filled with. I think the more you know yourself, the more influence you will have over your mind. Because right now, like, we walking around like zombies almost, for real. Like, we don't know what's going on. Like, it's the Matrix. Shout out to my man Hakeem. It's the Matrix, though. It's right. He's right. And people they're fine. They're chilling in the Matrix. And then they do that till they die. And then there's people whose eyes get opened up and the Matrix starts to slow down and they see what's really going on. And it doesn't sit well with them. And so they start to make moves. That's what happened to me, and I guess that's what we would call, I don't like this word, I'm not even gonna say it, honestly. I ain't gonna say it. Nah, you gotta say it now. Nah, okay, woke. I don't really like the term, but I agree with the definition of the term. And so I guess that's what we would call that. Like, you just, now you see the world for what it really is, and you ready to make change, whether it's just in you or changing everybody else. You ready. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to get to that place. If you stuck in any place, that's the place you want to get to. The place where you know yourself so well that you start to make decisions that influence not just you, but the greater good. And that's what everybody's passion consists of anyway, because we all human. We was put here. Like, our whole makeup and design was made for us to aid other people. Period. That's it. So that's evolution. That's life. I ain't make that up. All right, Cedric, you want to add anything before we close this out? This was amazing, man. Somebody's going to be blessed by this. Seriously. All right, well, on behalf of Something Radio, we want to thank you, Shantice. We want to thank you, Cedric. And most of all, we want to thank Humanity 360 for the work that y'all are doing, because it's amazing. It's great. And I hope that people are even inspired by your audacity and your tenacity to get out and do what you did. I really hope so. All right, y'all stay blessed. We're going to keep up with y'all. Hopefully we can meet up with y'all again in the next 8 months, and then 16 months in, we seeing what's going on. All right? Peace.